What is up, my little pretties? It's your mistress, Lioness here, and today we are going to review Ice Age movie this time. Now, this is a sequel to the first Ice Age movie, and today we are going to review Ice Age 2: The Meltdown. Now, this movie is obviously one of the great sequels regarding to the first Ice Age movie. Now, this movie, I have to say, is a good one. It's a great sequel to the first Ice Age movie. Before I begin with any more, but without further ado or anything like that, I am going to warn you right now that I'll be spoiling pretty much everything about the movie. So if you guys have not seen Ice Age 2: The Meltdown, I highly recommend you click off this review right now and watch another of my videos. Now, if you saw my review of the first Ice Age movie and you want me to review the second movie, well, you're in luck, because today I am going to review the second movie. Basically, this takes place, right after the first Ice Age movie. It's about Manny, Sid, and Diego are currently living in a large valley surrounded by high ice walls on the side. However, the trio discovers that the ice wall is actually a dam that is barely holding off a massive body of water that could flood the valley to nearly a mile underwater. So, basically, they go to warn everybody, but then a vulture tells them that there is a boat at the other end of the valley that may save them all, but they only have 3 days to reach it or they'll die. So basically, Manny's having trouble fearing the fact that he may be the last mammoth on Earth. During the evacuation, a glacier that contains two sea reptiles, Cretaceous, and Maelstrom. However, they break off when Manny is briefly separated from Diego and Sid, who encounter two mischievous possums named Crash and Eddie, who are driving them nuts. So Manny is still worried about being the last last mammoth alive in his family, who had been killed by humans from the first movie that we did find out. But of course, he is surprised when he finds Ellie, who is a female mammoth. But she is believing and saying that, oh, I'm not a mammoth, I'm a possum. It's obvious that she is a mammoth because of the appearance, but I don't think she really knew too much. But, that's kind of hard to say. Basically, the next part that happens later on is Sid invites her to tag along with the group to escape the flood, she brings her brothers. Of course, while crossing the pond, they have, a dangerous encounter with the two dinosaur monsters. So, of course, Diego admits and he fears for water, but of course, Diego says that fear is for prey. But of course, Sid points out that Diego is behaving as if he was water's prey, which discovers an area which Ellie recalls as a place where she was adopted. When she finally realizes that she's a mammoth, and it also expresses her suspicions on how different she was from the other possums, despite this being a bonding moment with Manny, she distanced herself from him, which she suggests on saving their species. Ellie and Manny ultimately make up and they decide to cooperate when they save the group and stuff. However, Sid gets kidnapped by a tribe of mini sloths who believe Sid could be to be a god. And of course, Sid lights fire and he believes that he has found respect. But however, they plan to sacrifice him by tossing him into a volcano. Sid, of course, escapes, but however, the next morning, Sid tells the others about the experience, but none of them really believed in him. After being harassed by vultures, the group finds a boat behind a field of hot geysers, which of course Ellie and Manny argued, but then they decided to separate. However, they were not sure which way is the safest. When the flood comes, Manny saves Ellie from drowning as soon as she's caught in the cave due to falling rocks, while Diego overcomes his fear of water to save Sid, Crash and Eddie, from drowning. Of course, the two dinosaur monsters arrive, but due to Manny's quick thinking, they are finished off when a rock falls on them, killing both of them. Of course, the animals were at the mercy of the water currents, while Scrat climbs up to the glacier and sticks an acorn onto the ice. It forms a crack in the glacier, which basically forms into a fissure due diverting the flood and saving the animals in the valley. Scrat has been washed away, and the final scene is about when Manny and Ellie finds a herd of mammoths show up and proving that mammoths aren't extinct, but Manny and Ellie declare that they remain together anyway. However, taking Sid, Diego, and the Possum Brothers along, Sid encounters the Mini-Sloths again. They believe that Sid stopped the flood to invite them to be the leader. Diego, very surprised to see the Mini-Sloths are real, convinces Sid to stay with the others, admitting that Sid is the vital part of the herd. So, that's basically Ice Age Dawn of the Meltdown. What did I think of this movie? I obviously found this movie to be very enjoyable. Like, this is a great sequel to Ice Age. Even though the first Ice Age movie was good, I honestly found the second one to be good. This is just as good as Shrek 2, even though it came out 2 years after Shrek 2. I honestly think Shrek 2 did a good job. And, Toy Story 2 was a great sequel too, along with The Lion King, King 2, Simba's Pride. This movie actually is very good as well. I honestly really do think that this movie actually did a lot better job. Like, this movie, honestly, I have to say this movie was really good. The concept itself is just amazing. But of course, this actually talks about floods. And these stuff does happen in real life. Like, we do get floods eventually. But mostly that happens, sometimes it happens in civilized areas. Like, sometimes when you're walking around in your town, you see that the cities are flooded with, lots of rain. Because, sometimes you get a lot of rain one day that you'll get that. This movie actually proves a point, because this actually happens in real life. However, sometimes they can do a lot of damage. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say right now that this movie was actually very good. The storyline was amazing, and the flow of the movie was awesome. I honestly really enjoyed it. It was actually like a really good movie. Now, is there anything negative to say about this movie? Honestly, no. I can't say anything negative about this movie. This movie is just very good. Like, I love the characters. The scenes about what Scrat does is just hilarious and funny. I honestly love the voice actors, and the fact that Queen Latifah was in this movie, it was just awesome. Like, it brightened my day when I first saw this movie for the first time. When I saw this movie for the first time as a kid, I honestly loved it. And watching this for the first time in a couple years, I still like this movie too. I honestly thought this movie was just amazing. There's a lot of great stuff that I can say that is regarding to this. I honestly found Ice Age The Meltdown to be a great, well-done sequel. Now, like I said, I don't have anything negative to say about it. The voice acting was good, which I can definitely say. I like the fact that Ellie was introduced into the movie, which this was actually a really good introduction. And the fact that Manny being the last mammoth on Earth, I could definitely say that, it was heartbreaking. Because if you watch the first movie, we all know what happened to Manny's first family. They basically were killed by humans. And in this one, this movie actually was really well done. I do have to say this movie was amazing. Now, like I'm going to say right now, this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's okay too. My final rating of this movie is a 10 out of 10. It's a great sequel. I do enjoy it. I believe there was a lot of stuff going on with the movie that I really do enjoy. There was so much stuff I really do like, and I honestly think this movie actually did a great job. Now, if you haven't seen the sequel to Ice Age, I highly recommend you check this one out, as this one was a really great sequel. For those who haven't checked it out, be sure you check it out. It's a great movie. Now, anyways, what did you all think about this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what would you have done personally to help make this movie a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm the Lioness. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and like always, don't forget, if you're new to this channel, be sure you like, comment, subscribe, because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you'll get notified to when I upload. And like always, I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out.